Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right. Flight control. Flight control.
Okay, let's just an hour later and if I get just start cranking the left. Your parameters are okay, no ones, no else, no letter, no FedEx, no just to start. Wildcat, 1-1 flight, check in. This is flight late, check in button 220.
3 copy, 5x5.
Wildcat 1-2, this is Wildcat 1-1 on button 220. Okay, Glock, can you hear me? Button 220.
220, radio check.
Wildcat 1-2, it's Wildcat 1-1, Roger 5x5, power me.
5x5.
Roger. Wildcat 1-1's ready.
Qualcomm 1-2, just ready. 3, ready.
Oh, it's traffic. Wildcat 1+2. Taxi 3, raw 19. Alright, gentlemen, let's go. Wildcat 1, flight check. Comms 1, button 3.
2, 3.
Okay, seat arm, nozzle steer low, wind lines out, cautions out, visor check, looking outside for 200 feet. Corner stoplights at stage points, flaps half again half, trimmers 15 degrees nose up, wings spread and lock, hurricanes down, cautions out, switch lever lock. Controls free and clear, visually checked. One is ready.
2 is ready.
Alright, waiting for 3 complete his take-out checklist. It's lead on button 220, confirm you're ready.
Going 3.
Roger. Alright, gentlemen, departure brief. So we're going through FYTTR LOW departure, which is a pure VFR departure, authorized between sunrises and set and VFR conditions. For that, we're going to need TechCan channel 12 and set your radials to 270. So basically, we go around the racetrack from runway 3 and stay below 4,000 until we're established in 270 degrees heading outbound. So then we track 12 DME when we start general turn to intercept 15 DME arc, and on that arc we join radial 270. That's why we need radial 270 on the TechCan. Okay, how copy?
3, setting course.
Okay, so after that we're going to keep agents 14, turn right, direct STRYK waypoint, which is radial 2A3. I'll ask you to set radial 2A3 once we pass FYTTR waypoint. I'll handle external world communications as well, and we're going to proceed through STRYK recovery that we have there on the plate here on the knee board. Okay, so the purpose is to see the landmarks for blue and also to practice formations. So blue, keep an eye on flight lead, don't lose your flight lead, and at the same time you can stay a little farther from flight lead. Log, it's probably better for you to stay closer. So Glock, I would like you to fly on the left wing, blue, and your side will be right. So you can use all, you can basically fly cruise formation, stay within 500 feet, regardless of beer line, okay?
3.
Roger. Okay, sounds great. Let's go. Alright, gentlemen, I'm taking the center line, and Glock, you take right side. Sorry, Glock, you take left side. Blue, you take right side.
Copy.
Nellis traffic, I walk at 1+2. We're taking the active 3 left for FYTTR LOW departure. Wildcat 1 flight, check altimeter 2947, sorry, 2947.
Just give me a moment once we get onto the active, I gotta start it. I had set.
You are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QSE 27.59. Forward 3. Unable to clear for takeoff.
Almost at 2947.
Affirm, 2947. Alright, 7-second interval will take off. Once airborne, report visual and rejoin. I'll copy.
2. 3, wait 1, setting altimeter.
Okay. The altimeter 2947.
Ready?
Yeah, and just check the elevation 1,840.
Copy, set.
Alright, gentlemen, run them up 80%.
One, you got a good jet.
Okay, 2, you've got a good jet, and 3, you've also got a good jet. 1 is rolling.
Rolling. 3, rolling.
Forward 3. Unable to clear for takeoff. Forward 3. You are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QSE 27.59.
Alright guys, here we go. We're on the racetrack. My airspeed is 300. Okay, the trick on this departure to stay within the altitude constraints, you need to keep the FPA roughly at 3 degrees, and you'll be fine.
Rejoining.
There we go, establishing heading to center, and we can continue climb to at least 8,200. Confirm your visual.
Visual, I'm way back catching up.
Roger. Okay, we keep 300 knots, click rejoin.
3. Two 7.
2 go for 8.
2.
Yeah, the reason for that brake formation is because I want some freedom for blue to operate within the range of beer lines.
Rejoining.
Okay, so we're basically flying heading to Sanzer. Well, what I mean, yeah, well, we should be flying track to Sanzer, so that we take wind into account. That's okay, no big deal to date. Roughly 12.5, we start our general turn to the left to get on the arc. Blue, and visually, if you want to landmark this, is you're going around the city. So once you're passing that last few blocks of Las Vegas City, you can start your turn. That's a visual landmark. But for DME, it's 12.5, so that we're on the arc at 15 DME. My airspeed 285. And I'm reversing. There we go. Deviation pointer is live. So once we're established on radial 270, we should be at or above 10,200. There we go, radial 270. Okay, coming up Angels 14. Let's traffic Wildcat 1+3, flight of 3 F-18s, 24 miles, radio 2 sensor, Nellis Angels 14, and we're going to be making STRYK recovery in a couple of minutes. Alright gentlemen, heading looks good, so set radio 283 please. So fighter waypoint is distance 33. You could actually set heading, not the radial, so it could be 113 if you prefer, but that really doesn't matter. There we go, almost there, passing fighter waypoint. That's a nice view. Alright gentlemen, I'm turning right to intercept radio 283 back to Nellis. Nellis traffic, Wildcat 1+2, we're passing fighter Angels 14, getting back to STRYK recovery. So as you can see on the approach plate, STRYK waypoint is radio 283, 26 miles of Nellis. So we've got 10 miles to go to intercept radio. There we go, deviation pointer is live. So once we pass 26 DME, I'm going to turn heading 080 to fly over those mountain peaks that are the closest mountain peaks to Nellis to the north of the field. There we go, we're on radio. Blue to track radio 283. Just to make sure we got the right indication. Nellis traffic, Wildcat 1+2, passing STRYK, Angels 14 for STRYK recovery. Okay, there we go, passing STRYK 26 DME. I'm turning left heading 080. And visually you can see those mountains right in front of us. Blue confirm, you see them?
Yep, 2-3 copy.
Roger, so that's where we start descent. Nice and shallow, roughly 2 degrees. And if you want that final turn shallow, you might want to set course a little lower than 80 degrees here, just to have more space for the turn if you're leading a big formation. So next thing we need to check is altitude restrictions. So waypoint gas peak is actually that first mountain peak. Sorry, the first waypoint will be Jordan, which is radial 301, as I'm looking at the map right now. So at radial 301, and roughly when this mountain range starts, that's where we should be at or above Angels 9.5. The next is gas peak, which is the mountain peak in front of us. That's the highest point of that mountain range. We should be there at or above 8.5. And then we continue to 4.5 as we pass it. So I'm checking the radial. Checking the radial. Okay, well, we're almost there. Radial 301 and 15 dmi. Passing Jordan, we're above 9.5. That is good. I keep 3 degrees. Flight path angle. Okay, so visually above that mountain peak on our 2 o'clock, we should be at or above 8.5, which is radial 314. There we go, we're passing it right now. And we're 10.3, perfect. So what we're going to do next is we go to the turn initiation point. I want you to pick some landmarks for that and memorize them. And also memorize landmark for apex, which is 9 dmi on radial 208. So please go ahead, set radial 208. Which is course 208. Okay, we're a little high. Let's set 5 degrees. So, let me know if you see this water reservoir on our 1 o'clock in front of us.
3.
Two DC water reservoirs. Right now, 2 o'clock.
Bumped up.
Right, so we should be a little north of that, right where we are right now. That's the landmark for turn initiation to be established in radial 2, on course 208 inbound to Nellis. And let's check our altitude. We should be approaching 4.5 when we get to apex. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we're not going to fly the overhead brake, we're going to fly the flex re-entry. That is used if for some reason you cannot stay in the pattern, and at the same time you need to go around. Stand by, I'll make a call. Nellis traffic, Wildcat 1+3 passing apex. Angels 5.3 for the overhead, and disregard for flex re-entry. There we go, distance 9, 4.5, and we'll continue to descend to 3.5. So we basically joined that highway. Keep it in descent. 300 knots here. There we go. So as you can see, if you keep up roughly 1 degree, so 1.5 degree descent, that will give you 3.5 in the brake. So flex re-entry is on the other side, on the north side of the airfield. So we're going to turn right when we're passing that park on our 11 o'clock. And let's keep Angels 3.5. So there are 2 landmarks for the initial turn on flex re-entry. Those 2 parks, which one of those is a golf course, and the other one is a park, where and you should be straight right between them, okay? And you also climb to Angels 4. Don't go higher than 4 because recovering traffic may be above. Just let me know if you see those parks. Quite easy because they're both green.
I see the golf course.
Yeah, so you should be a little west of it. Yeah, and another golf course and park is right in front of us here. So as you can see, it's a nice and shallow turn. So once we pass between those parks, we go straight to flex, which is the most eastern triangle of those several triangles with the old gunnery range. So I'm gonna keep it shallow. We'll keep Angels 4. Blue, let me know if you see triangles.
Your color?
Blue, let me know if you see the triangles on the ground.
Are you passing them now?
Hey, firm.
Copy, now, tally.
Yeah, so the most eastern one, which is right now around 2 o'clock, is flex waypoint. So that's where we set heading to intercept the initial, which is roughly 070. I can't recall the right heading from the manual, but basically it should give us enough space to return 45 degrees angle back to the initial. Okay, so don't turn farther south here. Keep heading 60 or 70. There we go. As we're past the 5 DME, we turn back to Nellis to intercept the same radial 2 course, sorry, 208. A little steeper turn, but that's okay, even for our parade formations. And we're going back to Angels 3.5. Slight overshoot here, my fault, gentlemen, sorry. So we should be aligned on the center line by 3 DME. Nellis traffic look at 1+3. Angels 3.5 initial for runways 21. We'll be doing duck recovery, ducks re-entry. So basically we do those re-entries when we're clear for them, or we see that we can't stay in the pattern. For example, we see a flight in recovery or no comms flight. Duck re-entry is flown between those two mountain peaks on the south, okay? Between Angels 4 and 4.4. The turn initiation waypoint is roughly the same. The turn itself is a little steeper. That's when we start turn, roughly 45 degrees angle of bank. So estimate your turn not to fly south of that highway in front of us. So you join that highway, climb Angels 4, roughly 4.2 to stay in the middle of the altitude range we're clear for, and join that highway we're passing right now. So it's a pretty steep turn for a formation. And follow that highway. Let's climb a little bit. There we go. So Sunrise Peak is on the north, and Frenchman Peak is on the south of our position. And we fly right between those peaks. Be careful not to hit the mountaineer.
Yeah, that could hurt.
Okay, so do you see that roads on our 10 o'clock right now? A lot of parallel roads. So we never overfly it. That's some sort of weapon storage.
Copy.
Okay, so on 7 DME, we turn back to the initial, right around the deck waypoint. Deck waypoint is called that way because of, if you look at it from above, it looks like the head of the duck, like the head of the duck. So let's check. Here we go, 7 DME. So that's where those two roads that go from east to west, where they split in the shape of a head of a duck. That's right in our 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock right now, as far as I remember. There we go. From that point, we start our maneuver to join the radial 2, sort of course 208, back to the initial descending to Angels 3.5. Okay, what we're gonna do next is some touch and goes. Glock, I want you to take lead for that. Let the brake.
Hey, folks. Take a lead.
Okay, Glock is number 1 right now. I'm number 2, and Blue is number 3.
Copy.
And we proceed in right echelon formation. Basically, 10-second interval in the brake should be enough. Glock, you might want to start your turn a little earlier to give some more space for us.
Roger. So we'll go culture going straight back to the paddle.
Check your airspeed and power setting. Give me a couple. Yeah, so we do 4 touch and goes each. To settle.
Alright. One is on the brake.
Two's in the brake.
Three brake.
Okay, Blue, make banner with 1.2 from tech hand. Between 0.2 and 0.5. That would be perfect.
One turning final.
So base turn is roughly 15 seconds since you passed the runway threshold. You should be configured for landing in the on-speed AOA. Please turn, final traffic in sight.
Flight be advised, don't forget to hit the trim reset button before taking off again.
Roger, thanks. I also prefer to do my touch and goes, setting flaps back to half. Blue, confirm you see traffic in front of you. I'm turning final right now.
Affirm. Alright, one's back up on the brake.
Turning downwind traffic in sight. And for pattern, we're climbing Angels 3. Same goal here to be established on the opposite runway heading, on-speed AOA, on-speed speed landing configuration, Angels 3 at 1.2 dB.
One turning final.
Just turn final. 3 greens.
3 turning final.
In final for touch and go.
One turning downwards.
Forward 1. Go around, runway occupied.
To turn downwind.
One turning final.
Okay, Glock, let's make it a full stop.
Roger.
Two stern and final.
Turning final.
Forward 2. Taxi to parking area.
One's clear objective.
Okay, Blue, we'll make it a full stop.